This way was way harder in about a mile. So that's wild. All right, so this has gotten like annoyingly technical. Just went through all that stuff. You can kind of see it. It was terrible news. I was going to loop this, do it a couple times. Not anymore. I'll probably go somewhere else and get more miles in that way. But it's definitely to that point now where it's just annoyingly technical. That's where we're at. Well, yeah. That sign was after I already went through it. Hey everyone, Coach Logan. So this week, these last 2 weeks, technically, have been a lot of time in California. So nitty-gritty first things, I had an all-time low weigh-in real recently, 202.2, and I've been hovering around somewhere around 203, 204, 202, somewhere in that range these past couple weeks. How do I know that? Because I bought a scale and I needed to know. My ability to weigh food kind of got less and less, so I had to make sure to figure out a way that I knew how much I was weighing and had an idea. So bought a scale, 20, 30 bucks on Amazon, Arbo Leaf. It syncs up with all the other ones I have. It's a Bluetooth one, so just syncs right in and goes right in line with all the other ones that I've had. Currently in the Pismo Beach, slow area, if you're familiar, that has tons of hiking, tons of great hiking going on that journey of the hike. I've kind of overlaid some of that and conversation that we're having within that stuff. For this week, I got sick. Obviously, you can tell I'm still recovering a little bit as I clear my throat. The allergies, I guess, got me pretty bad, which eventually turned into congestion, and that congestion turned into a upper respiratory issue, which turned into cracking and then some type of infection. Usually happens with me if I'm congested nasally when I sleep. That can dry out. I sleep with my mouth open. It's very great. And when it comes to training, when it comes to being able to work out while you're sick, it kind of just depends on you. If you're so sick that you're not actually able to put effort into your training, then you probably should just take some rest days. What I do recommend though, for anybody, if you're in a diet, just stop it at that point in time. You're going to be putting your body into more fatigue and a caloric deficit, not something you necessarily want to have when you have all that inflammation running through your body. So being able to eat enough calories to where that's not an issue, and also give yourself enough nutrients to be able to recover from being sick, it's definitely one priority that you kind of need to focus on if you're dieting. If you're not dieting, don't worry about it. Kind of go based off of how you feel wherever you have your illness, sickness. If it's body aches, if you just feel gross overall and you don't want to work out, that's fine. But also take into consideration spreading funky diseases. So if you have access to go not spread your filth and film to other people, because that's the most socially acceptable thing to do, then do that if you feel well enough to do it. For respiratory things where breathing becomes important, if you're doing some type of cardio work or cardio progression, especially intense stuff, it's really hard to get your lungs to catch up to get the good effect. If you're doing low steady state stuff, it's not too bad. So kind of play it by ear. You would know when you did it if it was too much. There is the opportunity for food aversions when you're sick too, not wanting to eat anything, but try your best to get those calories in. It's only going to help. And then getting best sleep as you can. So getting vitamin D, getting those supplementations in, promoting your sleep, getting into the sun, sorry, Pittsburgh, then that can help with recoveries too. So I've been out and doing mini hikes, probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 8 at this point in time. Lots of good time in the sunshine, maybe exposing myself to more allergens, but regardless, it's been pretty fun. So going on this hike, this was on the northeast side of Slow. That area is more near like Cal Poly, which is a college, and then there's a high school kind of below the ridge line as well. There is this funky plant, and I mentioned in the video too. I'm going to put it in there. It smells so. It's not necessarily bad, but I don't like it. I have to plug my nose each time when I go by it. It is disgusting. But this hike that I went on, there's a lot of ridges. There's a lot of elevation. I wanted it to be more of a trail run. It didn't end up being that. So then I wanted to go to another one. At the top of the ridge, there was ability to run, but the elevation gain was so drastic that there wasn't much for being able to run up the hill, as well as it being hyper technical with lots of stones and things that didn't allow for that to happen either. The hiking here is bomb diggity. When I initially came out here, I thought, well, California, whatever you hear about California. I've been out here a couple times to watch the CrossFit Games, if you know about that. It was in Carson before. Saw that, and that was my only experience. Like the Carson area, Santa Monica, a little bit of LA. That was my experience. So I didn't know about them getting into the mountains, getting to the hills, being able to do the outdoor activity. And also at that point in time, I wasn't too much into the outdoor space. I was into CrossFit. I was into being physically fit and doing all those things, but actually going hiking, having a trail pack, having trail shoes, and wanting to develop my ability to navigate trails proficiently and quickly enough to where I could see scenery wasn't something that was on my mind whatsoever at that point in time. It was, where's the nearest Lululemon? Let me go see if I can get something on a discount rack, and then I'm going to drop it into a CrossFit gym and see if I'm the strongest person there. That was the goal of me when I was doing those things last time I was out here, which was also 2014. So 10, 11 years ago at this point. Exploring here now, having the accessibility of having family out here to be able to have a jumping off point, and then having my own vehicle here has been great. It's been tremendous. The outdoor scene, the outdoor activity that I've experienced here has been really up there as it compares to warmer places that normally have great outdoor activities. Denver, Scottsdale, Phoenix area, Austin, have been all some of the greater areas that have a very well-developed city base. So structurally, the infrastructure is there to support the outdoor activities. So that's parks, that's sidewalks, that's trails. All those things are well maintained. You can see that the money's invested within that, but also the culture itself is propagated in that way. So everyone's riding bikes, everyone's going on trails. People that are on the trails are friendly. They are riding in twos, so or like groups of twos. So all the females that I did see on trails were in pairs for the most part, or very popular trails. So smart thing, especially if you're watching all those murder stories and podcasts about deceptive men murdering you the hills of California. Bundy, I guess, right? My perspective on this area has shifted dramatically. It kind of came in with it more of a neutral to like, well, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. But I was near Santa Monica. So if you've been near Santa Monica, it is kind of weird. And this area heading a little bit more north on the coast is a lot more family friendly centric. And then there's a little bit more priority on health and overall wellness of the community. There's more extremes, I would say, within those major cities, but for the outskirts, it seems very fun. I definitely want to come back here, and I will come back here. This is a great place. So if you ever see me out of town, it'll probably be Texas or California. Now, compared to Texas, the weather here has been great this week that I've been here. Well, 2 weeks now. 40s-ish in the morning, sometimes upper 30s, but there have been days where it's gotten into the upper 70s. I think today it's almost 80 as the AC is not on so you can hear me, and I'm starting to sweat. Also went to this place that has some bomb cinnamon rolls in Pismo Beach. You can see that there. I'll let you know how those go. But still sticking with most of my nutrition here. My family is very supportive, so I've been on a walking pad, been doing the normal routines that I have for myself, getting a lot of outdoor activity, a lot of cardiovascular fitness stuff, and then using all the Planet Fitnesses in the area. Planet Fitness, apostrophe. I think that's how it would go. But no, fitnesses. I don't know. Fitness or fitnesses? Let me know in the comments below. Is it apostrophe S? S apostrophe? Fitnesses? Anyways, yeah, so perspective has changed. I enjoy this area a lot. I'm probably going to come out here a little bit more. Just not the rainy season. First day I got out here, there was flash floods and mudslides, and I wanted to go up to Big Sur, but a road washed out. So not able to do that. I was going to go to Moab in Utah, but why was I going to do that when I can be here? So let me know if you have any questions or if you've been in this area, in this space, and you have enjoyed the outdoor activities. I will have it all kind of overlaid with all the my hand, with all the hiking I did. It was a lot. 5 miles here, 7 miles here. It was good. Lots of water, hydration. I'm gonna have the funniest tan line. I know it's like the analogy I've heard is you can't feel bad for the people who are in first class on the Titanic. It's a sinking ship, but they were still first class. But I'm out here getting a funny tan line, but because I have the sun, I don't feel too bad for me either. So don't worry about it. All right, but let me know. Comments below. Next week is going to be the traveling aspect, getting back to Pennsylvania. Cool. I looked at the weather. I studied climatology and atmospheric science in college for a bit, and it's a pet project. It's a little bit of a passion of mine, one would say, and then geology. There's some cool rocks out here, man. Cool rocks. The weather's different. You got the coast, you got the hills, you got like temperature inversion. It's crazy. But I'll describe more of the journey back, the charging, the food, where I'm staying, all that good stuff. But until next time, bye.